What is going on? I am just about to start my driving day, and I want to talk about hours of service, the new changes, and something that everybody needs to know, otherwise it is going to bite you in the ass. I don't think that there's been enough discussion on it. I don't think that many people realize how much of a problem it's going to be. I talked about this, so if you watch all of my videos, then you've already heard me talk about what I'm about to talk about, because as soon as they announced the rules, I immediately made a video on it and talked about how, it was going to bite everybody in the ass. So I'm just getting ready for the day. It's 9:41 a.m. local time, which is East time. I have an 11 a.m. pickup appointment in Cuyahoga Falls at, I don't even know what the name of the place is. But I messaged yesterday and I asked, can I get there as soon as they open up at 8 a.m.? And, what's their appointment schedule like? And they messaged me back and said that they are strict on appointments and you can't get there more than 1 hour early. And there's nowhere to park anywhere near this place. All the businesses that I looked at on the satellite view, they have gated properties, and the roads are narrow 2-lane roads, so there's not any room for street parking or anything. So it's I couldn't find anywhere that I could definitely park. I would get over there and I might get in a position where I couldn't find anywhere to legally park, and I might have to drive 10 or 15 miles back out of there. So I just decided to stop about 15 miles away at this travel plaza on a toll road. I did not need to take this toll road, but it was the only place I could find to park that I was guaranteed to find a spot anywhere near this place. The only other place was a McDonald's that had a couple of spots, and I was like, I'm not going to risk driving over there and there not being a spot, or they've shut down the truck parking or whatever. So anyway, I'm about to start my day. I've been here, it says that I've been in my rest period for over 16 hours. I got here way early. And it's going to take me about 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get there. And it is 9:43 now. So I'm just about to start taking off. I've already done my pre-trip and all that good stuff. And I'm going to do the rest of my trip plan. I have pretty much my trip plan figured out. I need a shower really, 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 really bad. I am tired of living with myself, and I don't want to make other people have to deal with my stank. Sorry, I'm getting my seatbelt in order. I'm embarrassed when I get, whenever I go 2 or 3 days without a shower, I'm embarrassed to be around people. And I start feeling sticky and icky. I don't like the feeling. So the agenda for today, one of the big things on my list of to do today is a shower. So I'm going to be stopping just no, it's not north of Nashville. It's right in the middle of Nashville. There's a TA, and I'm going to stop there to take a shower. But I'm going to go ahead and take off. And I think I'm going to do a split because I'm going to be right at 8 hours whenever I get to just checking the trailer brakes and make sure that I'm still fully attached to it. I got up this morning and
in 800 feet, merge onto I-80 West.
My Clorox wipes and my members mark. like big adult baby wipes. They're not disinfecting wipes like the Clorox wipes are. So I used both the Clorox wipes and those wipes to clean under my arms and my face, behind my ears, in other areas I won't talk about. And then, put on underarm deodorant again and stuff like that. So I can tolerate myself until I can get a shower today.
Continue on I-80 West for 16 miles.
Take a 2-hour break, so I'll go ahead and eat while I'm there. And then hit the road and do my remaining like 3 hours of drive time. Time to take 8 hours in the sleeper and then roll on again. I'm trying to push hard on this load because the faster I get there, the faster I get to my house. But at the same time, I don't have to get to my house like at the earliest possible moment. It's not critical that I get there. So if I get tired and want to go to sleep, I have plenty of time on this load. I have extra like 2 days on this load, so I can really casually drive this load over there if I wanted to. I do have an appointment at Big Rig Product on Monday to get the truck and the APU serviced and the APU repaired. But I can push that appointment back a day if I need to. And I do have another delivery that's scheduled to pick up Wednesday. I think Wednesday morning. I can't remember what time Wednesday. Sometime Wednesday, I have a pickup in Wagner. Basically, it's Muskogee, Oklahoma. It's going to Kentucky, and it's taking me into a really good freight market. The reason I snagged the load up is because it's a load that's picking up pretty close to my house, number one, and it pays pretty well. It's like I want to say it's 700 miles and it pays like $2,400. So it's over $3 a mile. I don't make that. That's the full line haul rate. I get 65% of that plus fuel surcharge. I think what I make per mile on it's like $2.12 a mile or something like that, which is pretty good. For an Oklahoma load, that's really good. But that's not the main reason I took the load. The main reason I took the load is because it's taking me into an amazing freight market. I'm going to be within 200 miles of Summer Shade, Kentucky, Burnside, Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky, Louisville, like some really awesome freight market. Like Kentucky is, like on USA Trucks Load Board, we have some really good places to move freight out of Kentucky. So it's putting me into a really good freight market, and I'm going to be looking for a unicorn load coming out of there, and I have a week and a half to find that unicorn load. So I'm hoping to find something that pays me over, 250 mile, somewhere around $3 a mile, that has some decent mileage on it coming out of that area. And if my APU and everything's fully functional, then if they have a really awesome load heading out west, I might head out west. Who knows? So let's talk about hours of service. What is the deal with hours of service? So it has to do with the sleeper split. Now, a lot of people are like, I never use the sleeper split. It's not going to affect me, yada, yada. It's going to affect everyone. The sleeper split changes. A lot of people that don't understand the sleeper split or that don't use the sleeper split are going to start using the sleeper split, and they're going to need to understand the sleeper split. They're going to need to understand sleeper split, now pause your 14-hour clock. What does that mean? So that means that when you're at a shipper or receiver and they're taking 2 or more hours to load you, your ELD is automatically going to put you into a sleeper split, like it does right now. The ELD automatically does sleeper splits for you. There's no manual anything on sleeper splits. It will do the sleeper split for you without you doing anything extra. As long as you go into the correct duty statuses, then it's automatically going to log you into the split. And I suspect that's what's going to do when the changes go into effect. Now here's the thing on the sleeper split. You do not have to be in the sleeper berth on the short portion of the sleeper split. So the 2 to 3 hour break for the sleeper, you can do that off duty. But the long portion of the sleeper split, the 7+ hour break that you have to do to complete the sleeper split, that has to be continuously in the sleeper. Like if you go off duty in the middle of it, it doesn't count. Like if you are doing your 8 hours or 7 hours or 12 hours, whatever it is, of your sleeper time, and you decide you want to go into personal conveyance to move your truck into a better parking spot, you are going to interrupt that sleeper split, and it will not count as a sleeper split. It has to be continuous sleeper work time, uninterrupted. It can't be interrupted by off-duty or any off-duty status like personal conveyance. Personal conveyance is going to switch into the off-duty line. So what's going to happen is you're going to get there, and you're going to start getting unloaded. You're going to go off-duty like you always do to get unloaded. Or sleeper berth, it doesn't matter. And you're going to sit there for 3 hours while they load or unload you. And then you're going to hop back in there, you're going to start driving. You're going to be like, oh wow, I still have, all of my drive time. You may not even notice it. You're not going to be running against your 14-hour clock, you're going to be running against your drive clock. And you've already taken a 30-minute break that day, and you have, you stopped to use the bathroom a couple of times. So now you're technically running against your 14-hour clock, and there's probably like an hour and a half difference between the two. But it's showing that you have plenty of time on your 14, and you're actually running against your drive clock. So you go by what your ELD says, which is what everybody does. A lot of people out here don't fully understand hours of service. They just go by what the ELD says. And they're going to go, and you're going to drive, and you're going to use that time, and then you're going to stop for the night. You're going to go into off-duty like you always do, or you're going to go into sleeper berth or whatever. And you may interrupt that sleeper berth by going off-duty. What it boils down to is that if you don't know what's going on, and you go into off-duty, or you interrupt the sleeper berth on the second part of the sleeper split, and you do not complete it, you are going to have a retroactive violation. You will show in violation after you start driving. It's not going to show you that you're in violation until you start driving again. So once you wake up in the morning, everything's going to look good on the ELD, no violations, no nothing. Until you're going to be able to do your pre-trip. You're going to be able to go on duty and do your pre-trip. But as soon as you hit the drive line, you're in violation. And they're not talking about that enough. They're not explaining that. And I think that we're going to have a lot of people in violation after this change because they don't understand what's going on. A lot of people that don't use the sleeper split, the ELD is just automatically going to be pausing their 14-hour clock, and they're not going to realize that it happened, and they're just going to be like, oh, well, nice, and drive on. So, that's my thing on the sleeper split change and hours of service change. They're going into effect in a few days. What is today? Today's like the 24th or the 20. Sunday's 27th, Saturday's 26th, today's 25th. Okay, today's 25th. Justify the 30-minute break as, when somebody's driving and working for a long period of time, they need to take breaks, and trucking companies aren't giving them breaks, so we need to force them to take a break to, stretch and relax and, get something to eat or take a nap or do something. So that was their justification of the 30-minute break. And now they changed it to where you can work on your 30-minute break. What the fuck is the point of the 30-minute break if I can work on it? I can just switch over to, I can do a 30-minute break while I'm docking the truck because yard move is on duty, not driving. So I can do on duty, not driving while I'm driving around the yard, docking the truck. That counts as my 30-minute break. So during a drop and hook, I can do a drop and hook as a 30-minute break. I can fuel, that counts as a 30-minute break. I hate the 30-minute break. All I do on my 30 is I basically
in half a mile, take exit 180 for Ohio 8 South.
Park at a rest area or whatever, and just sit in the seat. The same thing I do when I'm driving down the road. I just sit here for 30 fucking minutes. It just extends my day. It makes my day 30 minutes longer.
Take exit 180. Continue for 1 mile.
Oh man, we got some windy shit going around here. I'll probably stop the video once we get to the shipper. I may pause it while I go in and run it again while I actually back into them. A lot of fucking tolls on this trip. All of them right here in the Cleveland area. is another piece of advice.
In 1,000 feet, keep left. Follow
On
signs
the-
for Ohio 8 South Akron.
Sleeper split is that if you do not verify your logs, if you haven't verified your log yet, and you get a retroactive
Keep
violation
left.
because you went into off-duty instead of sleeper. Now, personal conveyance is
Continue on
drive
Ohio 8
status.
South for 5 miles.
You cannot modify any kind of drive status after the fact. But you can go back and edit your logs and change from off-duty to sleeper berth. So if you forget to go sleeper berth and you go off-duty instead, you can go back, edit your log, and change it to sleeper berth. But if you did personal conveyance somewhere in there, then you're just screwed either way. And here's the problem with it. Well, if you took a normal 10-hour break, then I guess you're good to drive. So that wouldn't be a problem. Anytime you go into violation, you go over your hours or something, you have to take a 10-hour break before you can legally drive after a violation. So you should be good to drive again, you just have a violation. Well, it's not anything, because like the 30-minute break rule, whatever it is that you're violating, you have to correct. So if you go a couple minutes over on your 30-minute break, then taking your 30-minute break will satisfy that, and then you can drive again. If you do something that violates your 14-hour clock or your 11-hour clock, then you have to do a 10-hour break to be able to use those clocks again to satisfy that violation reset, basically. .6 miles until I exit. Yeah, so I got up, washed off as best as I could with all my wipes that I have in the truck, brushed my teeth, did my hair up real nice. We're rolling again. Get over here and get loaded,
In 2 miles, take the Steeles Corners Road exit.
and then it should be about an 8-hour drive to the TA in Nashville. I'm gonna trip plan while I'm getting loaded. Sorry. I hope they don't make me drop the trailer, because this thing is a pain in the ass to raise and lower the landing gear. And I haven't had any issues with the lights. Whenever I first got this trailer, I had to wiggle the lights. I had to tap stuff to get the lights to come on. I had to take the electrical cord in and out, and I had to do all kinds of stuff to get all the lights to come on and work. And I was like, yeah, they're probably going to intermittently turn off, and I'm going to have to unplug and replug and tap on stuff to get them to come back on. Nope. Every pre-trip, every post-trip, every en route trip, just checking in there. Every time I stop, I check everything. And no, all the lights have been working. So
Take the Steeles Corners Road exit, then turn right onto East Steeles Corners Road.
I'm going to take it right at the end of this.
Turn right onto East Steeles Corners Road.
These guys, like, what the hell, man? How can you, like, why are you in my fucking lane? I kind of need all of my lane to make turns and shit. Dumb asses. This idiot's like 2 feet into my lane. We got a lot of road out here that we can use.
Continue on East Steeles Corners Road for 3/4 of a mile.
So we're making a left in 3/4 of a mile. There's a lot of heavy-duty vehicles traveling around on these roads. The mower guy. I see a couple of, like, I see a dirt hauler and a flatbed up in front of me. There is an industrial park that I'm heading to, so. Yeah, I'm looking at these little, it's like they intentionally designed all these little stores and malls and shopping centers around here where the trucks can't get into them. They probably have a huge problem because there's an industrial park here and there's nowhere to park anywhere near it. So they probably have a huge problem with trucks trying to park everywhere around here. It's one of the reasons I didn't risk coming over here is because I suspect they have a huge problem with it and the cops are probably really big on ticketing to try to stop it. Alright, I think the next light is when I'm going to make a left. Wyoga Lake Road.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Wyoga Lake Road. Turn left onto Wyoga Lake Road.
Looks like I'm gonna have plenty of room to make this left. They have the stop line pretty far back, and the person over there actually stopped behind the line.
Continue on Wyoga Lake Road for 3/4 of a mile.
If there would have been somebody in that left turn lane, it would have been real close. I would have had to really button up the shit out of it to be able to listen. Alright, and half a mile I'm taking a right on Remington Road. Soft shoulder. That means don't drive one of these damn vehicles over on the shoulder. Don't pull over onto this shoulder. You're probably going to roll the truck if you do. The shoulder will collapse on you.
In a 1/4 mile, turn right onto Remington Road.
Alright, so it's probably right around this corner. Yep, I see the turn lane for it.
Turn right onto Remington Road.
I turn from the main still rub the fucking curb on that. You basically need both lanes to be able to make that damn turn. Alright, I think where this truck is at is where I need to be. It's around this turn. Oh wow, that four-wheeler's driving cray-cray. It's a skinny little road to get in right there. Make sure there's nobody trying to pass me on the right when I swing wide like that. This place is a bitch. Barely squeezed in right there. Make sure I don't take off their intercom system. Alright, once I pull far
Your
enough,
destination is on the right.
past their gate, stop right here. I'm going to pause the video while I go in and why does that look fuzzy? Let me wipe that off. That looks clear. Has it been fuzzy the whole time? Alright, I'm going to pause it. I'll be right back. Alright, this place is a clusterfuck. This place is a clusterfuck. Let's see here. I gotta go to the other side of the building. So, there's two different companies that operate out of here. Weaver and Kong. Gotta figure out how best to do this. I think it's gonna be best if I swing out this way. Weaver and Kong. So I checked in with Weaver and they told me to go to Kong. And I checked in with Kong and they told me this side of the building is well, it looks like I might be able to go around the other side of the building right there. They said the other side of the building is this side's receiving, the other side's shipping. This is going to set me up perfect for their docks. I'm just going to stop right here. Their docks are, well, they have docks here and they have docks a little further down. The docks a little further down would be an absolute pain in the ass to dock to. I don't know. I can figure it out. Alright, I'm going to pause and be back in a minute. Alright, we're recording again. Yeah, I have to go into those damn docks over on the other side. This one would have been really easy to back into, but we don't want to do easy things. But it looks like it's a straight back. It's going to be a long back though. I'm basically going to drive through here. I want to hug to swing wide enough to get around this, but I want to hug the left side. And I want to swing around basically straight back this. Looks like we have another USA truck owner operator here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and open up my doors. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to open up my doors yet. I'm going to get lined up. Then I'm going to open up my doors and slide my tandems. I want to be straight. Have any lines. Places without lines kind of makes it a pain in the ass to back up. Oh, now I'm way the fuck off. We're gonna back into this, and then I'm gonna pull forward. I think that is pretty damn straight. Not perfect, but pretty damn straight. I still need to maneuver. So I'm going to leave it running while I go out and open doors and stuff. Be right back. The tandems won't release, so we're going to back into it a little bit. Still won't release, so now we're going to try pulling forward. Now let's go back and check again. This trailer's a bitch. All right, we finally got it. Alright, finally got the tandems locked in. A little off center. Back. Alright, now they're lined up. Now they're lined up perfect. You know what? Come on. Just take it a little bit to the right. 2 or 3 inches to the right. I think we're perfect. Slow, so I don't knock the bricks off. Alright, docked. Let's throw her in neutral. Get out and remove my emergency because they have a glad hand lock that I think they're going to want to use. I'm going to chalk the wheels. I'll be right back. Alright. We're all docked in. Let me take you out of here. Give you the world view. So, another USA truck owner operator over there. They got a picture of their face on their door. I don't know that I can get out that gate right there that's behind me. The gate up there is open, so I'll just, looks like it's going to be really easy to get out of here by just going forward and then taking that gate out. So, I'm actually picking up 2 loads. I have 2 pickup numbers. And I'll be taking those to the Dallas, dropping this trailer, grabbing an empty, and then headed to my house. So while they're getting me loaded, let me turn up all the air conditioners because I'm sweating. There's nothing like not having a shower for 3 days and then sweating. It's just a really awesome aroma. But yeah, I'm gonna just be sitting here and I'm not sure if they have overnight parking, but I did see a couple of people like parked hanging out over here. And it looks like that USA truck, they're letting it park there and hang out. So it looks like this place may have overnight parking. Now they close the gate when they leave for the night, so I don't know if they'll let you stay here while their gate is closed. But it's pretty nice. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask them. Now that I know this in the future, if I ever get a load coming back over here, then I'll call them up and ask them. I'll be like, hey, what's the situation on parking there? Because I might have been able to park here, yesterday afternoon. If I would have been able to get here before 5 p.m. when they closed, I might have been able to park here. Looks like they're not going to start loading me until exactly 11. That kind of sucks. But it's not, horrible. I have plenty of time on this load. So I'm gonna end this video and I'm gonna do some trip planning and figure out what I'm gonna do as far as my route and getting a shower. Really, it's just all about getting that shower. Wherever I stop for the night or my fuel stop, I'm going to get a damn shower. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get a shower today. And then after that, I don't really care where in the hell I stop. I'll stop at rest areas or whatever the rest of the way. But I've got I think it's 500 miles before I get to my fuel stop, and I have over half a tank, a little over half a tank. That should be more than enough to get me to my fuel stop in Nashville. So anyway, I'm gonna start trip planning that. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.